Look at the clouds. They all look the same. Puffy clouds. They all look the same. Look at these light posts. They all look the same. Look at these dashes. They all look the same. Look at that grass. It all looks the same. Look at those fence posts. They all look the same. Look at these bridges. They all look the same. Look at the weeds, they all look the same. Look at the merge left, merge on the highway sign, they all look the same. Look at these reflectors, they all look the same. The panels, they all look the same. The tires, they all look the same. The power line towers, they all look the same. The dirt, it all looks the same. There's another merge sign. Merge on the highway sign. Here's another bridge. Those walls, look how the trees are overgrowing the walls, man-made walls, and the trees are pushing through it. Eventually those walls will fall over, I guess. Man can build a city, and eventually the vegetation outgrows it and the city disappears. It falls down, falls apart. Man, the pride of man. Man is temporary down here, but he acts like this is his kingdom's down here forever, but it's all temporary. Those billboards, they look the same shape. Different sign, but means still just a billboard. All the concrete looks the same. The highway right here looks the same as it does down there. Monotonous to the hill. Monotonous to the hill. When you get to the point where it's kind of like if you were. The only way I could explain what I'm going through is. If you had to change a baby's diaper every day for 30 years, every day, or if you had to sweep up behind somebody every day, or if you had to same conversation every day. Once you decode this place and you see that it's all repeating, and you look back on the conversations you have, there's no new conversation. You know, a lot of these gurus, they get online and say, you got to study this Stoic wisdom. Well, I already heard that before in the book of Proverbs. It's already been written in the book of Proverbs. It's already been said. Sad guru will go up there and say, oh, there's some deep truth. It's already been said. It's already been. And that's one thing he's doing. A lot of these gurus, they're just trying to push, a lot of people don't have any inner peace. It's all about inner peace, right? And so you're talking to these people, and I mean, the fact that all this repeats, these telephone poles, they're just repeating as we go on both sides of the road too. And then you're going this way and somebody's facing off with you this way. You're face to face. Traffic goes back to the word rub. Where the rubber meets the road, the rubber is rubbing off, right? And so it's a Turing machine. It's a turning. So my point is, if you ever wake up and see the repeat, all those shingles just repeat. They're just stacks and stacks of shingles. If you ever do wake up to the repeat, then you have to realize the outside doesn't change. What changes is the inside. And so it's moving you back to source, right? Source code thinking. And you might call BS on that and say, I don't know what you're talking about. You're kind of full of it or whatever. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but there is such a thing as source code thinking. I know I've said it 1,000 times, but the source code right in front of you is cut, turn, union, flow. No matter what you look at, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're thinking, it's always cut, turn, union, and flow. And I think the reason people don't want to see it or research it or meditate on it is because it'll depress them. And it's designed to do that, to get you to worship God. It's very depressing to see the same conversations, the same shapes, symbols, colors. This is why everybody's looking for UFOs or something. They're trying to find something. This is why they have the midlife crisis, because they've seen it 1,000 times. What I'm going through is not a midlife crisis. It's just a reality crisis. But I know that the only purpose for me being able to see this is to help people live in the now, realize that it's just a simulation. You don't have to be all upset. And if you are upset, you need to learn how to kind of step out of it and look at the situation from the outside in. And you might call that a stoic, S-T-O-I-C, a stoic perspective. But the Bible would say it like this: set your affections above, not below. You know things are going to die. You know people are going to die. You know there's going to be storms. You know there's going to be negative that happens, but there's also positive. The yin and the yang, the positive and the negative, the sine wave. And so my point is, when you wake up to it, you can be in steady state. You can be upright and steady state. No matter what hits you, you just keep walking by faith. Now, see all those cones out there? You can't. I went by it already. I don't know if you can see them or not. See all the cones? See all the cones out there? The guy's putting cones out. Or he's picking them all up. But all these cones, they all look the same. And let's decode cones in real time. So what is a cone? What do they use a cone for? They use it to direct traffic. They use it to create a warning, don't go over here. So it's a boundary, it's a directing of traffic. Pine cone, what is a pine cone? So what you do is you find all the places where the word cone is used, and you look for the common pattern and you decode it. My mind's just not in it right now. But these cones are to draw attention. Don't cross that. Don't run over this. It's to create a boundary. It's to create a warning. It's to direct traffic also. It's to keep the flow. But I don't know if anybody was around, but I said, you know, a cone will appear. I need a cone for my driveway. All those cones. And I had one appear that I got for free, right? What you gaze upon will appear. If you meditate on something long enough and you focus on it long enough, it's because it's a hologram. Just like that car in the distance. It's approaching, right? We see it approaching. And so you don't even have to have an actual car. You can just think about it. And that car will, that whatever that is that you're thinking about will appear. Because it's all, everything that you need is already right here and right now. Cut, turn, union, flow. Everything that you need is right here. You just have to walk by faith, believe it, ask, and it will appear. And this place is really simple. See the cone? This place is really simple. After enough patterns, you ought to be able to predict what's going to happen before it happens. I knew that cone would appear, and it was free. I didn't have to pay $14 for it.